Hello everyone, so I'm here today because I wanted to start this video about the TBR Tackle readathon, and if you haven't followed last month, I basically read 10 books for this readathon, which is not supposed to be that way. You're supposed to read one book every month, but I couldn't do that at the beginning of the year, so I decided, you know what, I still want to participate, so I'm just going to catch up in a month and read 10 books for it, and now I'm caught up. And we can have the 11th prompt for November, which actually I know what it is because it's my prompt. So we're just gonna watch the video anyway.
I'm the TBR tackle guy, and I completely forgot that it was November the 1st, didn't I? So, play the clip, Paula.
Hello, campus. So today I'm here to do the prompt for the TBR tackle for November. So we're almost there. We're almost done with TBR tackle. So for this month, you should have 2 books left in your stack. So grab those and choose one of them. Okay, so I have Cantoras by Carolina de Robertis, and because I know what the prompt is, I'm going to choose an inventory of losses.
Choose oranges are not the only fruit. Let's go for that one.
Right. So let's say I picked The Architect's Apprentice by Elif Shafak. Now I want you to look at the title and the author.
Paula, I've had a really long day. I don't even want to stand up. Please don't make me stand up. I'm gonna cry.
And see if you have any other book in your TBR, your whole TBR, that has any of those words in the title or the author. Okay, so because I chose an inventory of losses, I think the book that I'm going to go to pair with that is the Granta book of the African short story. So an inventory of losses and the Granta book of African short stories. So this is my pick for that.
Art of Darkness by Joseph Conrad. It's like really slim. That's great. I'm working this in my best interest.
So if you have found another book that had one of those words in the title.
I did. I found it.
So, for example, let's say I found another book that started with "de." Then I want you to bring a coin. Yeah. Do you have the coin? Yes. Cool. I have a coin. So now we're gonna flip it. Flip it. And I got heads. If you got heads as well, I want you to pick the book that you found with the word that is the same as the word that you picked. Okay, let's flip the coin. I got heads, which means I'm reading this month. Okay, so that was it, I guess. I'm going to be reading the Granta Book of African Short Stories this month, which is nice because this was originally in my TV article and then I had to switch it. So now it's back in and now I'm gonna read it. Hello everyone, so I'm back and it's cold, so I have my blanket. But I did finish the Granta Book of the African Short Story. It took me about 2 weeks to read it, partly because I was pacing myself because it has quite a few stories, maybe 20, 25. And if I read short stories in general too close together, I kind of glaze over them. So I try to take my time with it and try to get immersed into each story. But still, I have to say that short stories are not for me. They just don't have the same impact. I think I don't get invested in the plot because there's generally not that much of a plot. It's just a short story, but also into the characters. I don't get invested into the characters. So the 2 stories that worked the best for me were, I think, Why Don't You Carve Other Animals and Ships in High Transit, which are both thematically about colonialism and kind of a satire criticism of it. And in that sense, I realized that if they have like a very strong topic that they explore and they sort of a punchline, then I kind of enjoy that kind of story better. Because both of them were relatively short compared to the other stories in the book. So I think that that's kind of my style of short story, but at the same time I cannot read a lot of them together of that kind of story because it's just like a punchline after punchline doesn't have the same effect either. So I don't know. I thought it was okay. It's more of a me thing than a book thing. I think that if you like short stories, you probably will enjoy a number of these. But I just not. It's just not my preferred way of reading. With that said, there is also an introduction of this by Helen Habiba, the editor of this collection, and I really enjoyed that one. He talks about modern African writers and how they are often overlooked over more classical ones like Chinua Achebe, um, and how also it was kind of hard for him to put this collection together because it's not common that modern African writers write short stories. They prefer full length novels, and that might also be because of the tradition of African literature and kind of the association of short fiction with oral tradition rather than written tradition, stuff like that. So I found that very interesting, probably the part of this book that I enjoyed the most. But yeah, overall it was okay. It was nothing special for me, but I think it could appeal to other people. It's just a me thing. But yeah, that's all for me. I hope you enjoyed this video. Let me know if you have read these short stories or any other feelings that you have over short stories, and if you like them and it works for you, and why do you think they work for you. And yeah, that's all for me. Until next video, bye!